What's up, my anomalies? Today we're going to be taking a look at Deku and what he would be like if he was in a Super Smash Bros. Game. Let's start with his A attacks. His jab will have him do 3 quick jabs before a 4th uppercut that deals okay knockback and damage. His F tilt is a right hook that sends Deku forward. His up tilt, Deku kicks upward. This attack has good KO potential. His down tilt, a sliding kick that launches foes upwards, allowing for some sick combos. His F smash, Deku will jump forward, and as he does, he'll send out a right hook dealing large damage and knockback. His down smash will have Deku hop and smash the ground with his feet, destroying the ground, sending small projectiles. His up smash will have Deku spin upwards like a torpedo, dealing 3 multi-hits, and the last one will end with a large knockback, similar to Little Mac's up B. His aerials, in it, he'll have his Nair, which Deku will just do a normal kick. His forward air, Deku does a large and powerful kick. His down air will have Deku do a double kick. His back air will have a quick kick behind him that sends foe downward, and his up air will have him spin in a circle. Deku has a short double-handed grab. His pummel is that he will knee the foe, dealing 4%. His F throw, Deku will trip the opponent and throw them downwards, bouncing them off the ground. This can semi-spike if there is no ground beneath them. Back throw, Deku will spin around and flip the foe over him, similar to the throw Deku uses in the tournament and against Bakugo in hero training. This will send opponents upwards at a diagonal angle, leading to some sick combos. His up throw will have Deku throw you upwards and then kick you again. His down throw will have Deku jump onto you and launch you downward, burying you. Now for his B attacks. His neutral B is his main gimmick. One for all. Pressing the B button will switch your percentages, and you'll start with 0%, but you can switch between 5, 10, and 100. Each one changes your moves slightly. 5%, your attacks deal 1.5% damage, the same knockback, but you take 2% yourself a second. At 10%, you deal 1.5 times damage and knockback, but you take 0.5% of the damage that you deal. 100%, you deal 2.5 damage and knockback, but you will take 20% every hit you take, plus the move. So side B at 0%, 5%, and 10% will have Deku launch forward and will punch the foe, sending them downwards or upwards depending if they're on the air or not. At 100%, Deku will break his fingers like in the tournament arc. This will send out a blast of air that tears through people. This can only be done 7 times. Each attack will deal 30% to you and about 40% to others. His down B, on the ground, Deku will smash downwards, creating a small crater that can push foes away, but in the air, Deku will slam downward, allowing to spike foes. This changes how strong it is depending on what percentage you're at. Up B at 0%, Deku will throw out a wire that he can grab onto. It has a very small range and doesn't affect opponents. At 5 to 10%, Deku will zip upwards like Pikachu's up B. And at 100%, Deku will kick upwards, dealing 15% to himself, but will have large horizontal and vertical movement, having a great recovery. But at this point, up B can also spike if you hit them just at the right angle. Now, for some other stuff. Items. I like adding 2 items to every episode of this, so this episode's items will be Minetta's Blob, a projectile that sticks to anything except you, and Hover Boots, which allows you to float slightly above the ground, meaning you can't be buried by attacks. And you can't be grabbed, which is cool. The stage will be UA High School, with a walk-off. It'll have 1 platform in the middle, which is pretty strange to smash, but it's cool. The hazard of the stage will have Todoroki. He'll either appear on the left side or the right side. If he appears on the right side, he'll use his right side, which is ice, to create a pillar of ice that can push opponents off the blast zone at the top. And on the left side, he'll burn you. And Deku's final smash. Deku will fly forward until either he hits a foe or dies off screen. It will be a cinematic final smash where Deku will summon the spirit of All Might and all the classmates, and he screams out, "Universal Smash!" This will auto KO any opponent. If they are over 10%, this also deals 30% to Deku. Now for his colours. His first colour will be a classic Deku costume like he has currently in the manga, well, not the manga, but the anime, sorry. The second one will have a younger Deku in his first costume before he decided to do something better. The third costume will be a red/stain based costume. His fourth will have him be pink, like Uraraka. His fifth will have an All Might costume. His sixth will be his school costume. His seventh will be a Shigaraki based costume. And his eighth will be a purple costume. Why? Because I love purple. Taunts. His first taunt will have Deku pull out his notebook and he starts mumbling. His second one, Deku punches his hand in the air and says, "Plus Ultra!" Whatever he says, I don't know. Deku starts to lift a dumbbell in the third taunt. In his victory screens, Deku jumps up energetically in the first one. In the second one, Deku runs up to the camera, bumps into it and falls backwards. And in the third one, Deku lands and looks up in a super angry face with a superhero landing. The song that they would add with him would be Just Say Run, and there's probably all of his other intros like Future, and I don't know the other ones. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe, like, share, do all that great stuff. It really does help when you like, because I'm such a small YouTuber, and if you do subscribe, it means the world to me. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. I give you an applause. You see what you could get at the very end of all my videos? You could get applauded. Yep, that's my new thing. Alright guys, see you in the next life, and in the next episode of Batman is Dead.